When you reflect back, what are the important things beyond what you did, beyond breaking down that barrier, were you able to accomplish?
Well, I think it's being able to fulfill your dreams, and that's why I think we have to be vigilant about ensuring that we live in a society that is capable of delivering on those dreams. I mean, we tell Africans now, you need to embrace democracy, you need to have elections, you need to have fiscal accountability and social responsibility. Well, they look back at one of the most advanced democracies in the world and say, you're telling us. So in a real sense, we do have things that we can hold up to other countries and with pride and say that you should emulate this. But we have to make sure that your daughters, I don't know how old they are, you don't look old enough to have old daughters, but you have to be able to say that your daughters, whatever their dreams are, America can help deliver on those dreams, can help them realize those dreams. But not only your daughters, the daughters of people with fewer means, the daughters of children, the children of parents who are maybe on welfare, they have dreams. And so in order for our union to be the more perfect union that our Constitution envisioned, we have to ensure that we have the systems in place and the support and the involvement of people to ensure that every child, just like Martin Luther King's dream, every child is judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, and has the opportunity to go as far as they can go. I have been driven in my whole career by this dream that I had. I've never wanted to do anything but what I do, and that is be a journalist. And I'll be a journalist for the rest of my life, however long that is. And because I'm fulfilled in it, I knew I was blessed early on to understand my personality, that I can't sit still, that I got to move around, that I got to be in other people's business. But thanks to the civil rights movement, I also developed this sense of social responsibility. And while, as you know, journalists, unless you're an advocate and state that, a columnist or whatever, but journalists like myself are not advocates. But I think we do have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the voiceless and to make known those deficits in our system that need to be repaired. Whether it's here or in Africa, it's la même chose, as the French say. It's the same thing. So in a way, I have a mission. In a way, I'm driven. Ask my children and ask my husband, but they understand and support me and appreciate that. But I'm out there on behalf of the people.
Your book, New News Out of Africa, Uncovering Africa's Renaissance, what I like about it is they're small stories. They're not big stories. Oftentimes, the media obsesses on the big picture, and the little stories are irrelevant. How do you highlight what's irrelevant and make sure people realize that actually that's the stuff we need to focus upon?
Again, this is a period where we're all talking about Martin Luther King's birthday, and one of the things he said, and I believe it was in the March on Washington speech, but if not, he said it somewhere else. He said, the valley is calling. I have to go back to the valley, meaning I have to go back out from this mountaintop where I'm elevated with the Nobel Prize, or with me, the Peabodys or the other awards. Your audience, your constituency is the people. And so I go to the people and let them speak. And I think that their voices are powerful. And I think that that's why so many of us in the media misrepresent and misportray Africa. We misportray poor communities in America because we come in with a predisposition about who they are and what they are, and therefore we misrepresent them in a most egregious way. Africa, as I say in New News Out of Africa, is more often than not portrayed in the mass media, international media, through a prism of the 4Ds: death, disease, disaster, and despair. And while there's an ample supply of all of that, there's more to it than that. And if you get out there in the valley If you get out there with the people, they will lead you. They will guide you. You don't parachute in with a preconceived notion about what this story is. You get down there in the valley with the people, and they will lead you.
Charlayne, thank you so much.
Thank you for your interest. I loved being here with the snow. I have to go back now to where it's 80 degrees. Sad.
Stop it. Stop it. I've had enough. We're done here.